Good morning. Myself Dr. Monisha Sapkar, Department of Microbiology, Balasaheb Desai College, Patan. In this particular video, let us see some of the microbial techniques we should know while working in the microbiological laboratory. Here we will study how to disinfect table, how to make our area disinfected, how to make the air sterile while working with the microorganisms. Now first of all, let us see disinfection of the table, because this table carries thousands of organisms, and as you know, our all microbial studies are with the pure cultures. So our duty is to maintain purity of these cultures, and for that we must disinfect table before and after work. For the disinfection of table, normally a good disinfectant or ideal disinfectant used is Dettol. So first of all, take a cotton swab, soak that cotton swab properly in the Dettol, and with the help of that swab, cotton swab, clean the table. So while disinfection of the table with the help of Dettol, what happens? This Dettol kills majority of the organisms from the tabletop, and that is how load of organisms from the tabletop will get reduced, and now your table is safe for the microbial work. So this is the first practice one should perform before and after the practical, or before and after the microbiological work. Now next and very important is, in case of microbiological lab, we require a aseptic cabinet to perform the work, but in these aseptic cabinets or laminar airflow are not available in such academic simple laboratory. These cabinets, costly cabinets, are available in modern and high-tech laboratory. So here, while working in such academic laboratory, we need these burners. Burners are needed to create the sterile environment. So here, put on the burner flame, and ensure that while using these two burners, ensure that this burner should have blue flame. This blue flame is called as Bunsen burner. So while working with the burners, make sure your burner flame should be blue flame or Bunsen flame. Now why to use such two burners? Because here when you are using these two burners, the air near the burner, air which is adjacent to the burner, is hot air, and the organisms coming from the external air, when they enter into the hot air, they get killed. So the environment just vicinity to the flame or environment near to the burner is sterile, and that is how now our air is sterile. Table was properly disinfected, and now you can perform work in such aseptic environment. Now next, third very important technique is here for the transfer of cultures. As we are handling pure cultures, the transfer of cultures, everything you are provided is already sterile, properly sterile. Cultures are pure cultures. So your duty is to maintain the purity and sterility of the media, and for transfer of these bacterial cultures from plate to test tube, from test tube to slide, we need inoculating needles. So this is the first utensil, or we can say it as the first thing we require while working in the microbiology lab. This is called as inoculating needle. It is also called as wire loop. This wire loop at one end consists of a wire with a small loop at one end, and another end carries the handle. This wire is made up of nichrome metal. Why it is nichrome metal? Because this nichrome metal become red hot quickly, at the same time it cools also quickly. So we are using this nichrome, and that's why this needle is also called as nichrome wire loop. You always hold this, you always keep this needle at the right hand side, and all your other material should be kept at the left hand side. Here, while holding the needle, hold needle in these three fingers and keep these two fingers free. Before using this needle, you should incinerate, you should make this needle sterile by holding needle in this position in the Bunsen burner. So after getting it red hot, all organisms on the loop and needle will get killed. Make sure needle should be properly cooled. So cool it properly, and then this needle is ready for the use. So this is the use of inoculating needle for the transfer of cultures. Now next and very important is the glassware which we are required to handle in the laboratory. Glassware consists of such a petri plates, test tubes which consist of suspensions, pure cultures, or which consist of some liquid media. All these test tubes provided to you are properly plugged from the top to maintain the sterility to avoid the contamination of the culture. Nextly, you are also using the flask. So these are the flasks. So how to handle all this material? First of all, we will see the petri plate. This is the petri plate. This petri plate is used for making the solid media. When you are working with the solid media, require this petri plate. These petri plates are properly sterile. So do not open this petri plate outside the burner. First and very important thing, while using petri plates, label that petri plate from the bottom. From the bottom at one end, mark the petri plate with the help of glass marking pencil. The label should contain types of media, name of experiment, and the incubation temperature and time. So this is the petri plate. Here, while holding petri plate, hold petri plate in this middle finger and this thumb. This petri plate should be held like this, and it should open. We always open this petri plate in the Bunsen burner. Do not open petri plate outside the burner, because outside the burner it will get contaminated by unwanted organisms from the air. So opening of the plate should be like this. This is the use of petri plate in the laboratory. The next and very important is, while you are handling the test tube, handle the test tube nearly at the bottom of the test tube. Do not hold neck of the test tube. Always handle test tube at the bottom, and opening of the test tube is like this. From the lady finger of the second hand, you hold the plug, and by screw movement you lose that plug and open the test tube. Pass the test tube, pass the neck of test tube in the burner, use the material, and then again close the test tube. So that is the method of using test tube. So this is the method of using test tube. Always hold test tube at the bottom, do not hold from the top. And next is, while using flasks, again flasks are also plugged with the cotton plug, because the material, this is the saline which is sterile, already sterile. So that flask was plugged to avoid the entry of unwanted organism from the air. So while using this flask, again open the flask like this, pass the neck of the flask, burn the neck of the flask to avoid the entry of unwanted organism. Use this flask and then again close the flask. So that is how you can hold you can hold this test tube, flask, and petri plate in the laboratory. Now another very important utensils we required while working in the microbiology lab is the pipette. Now how to use pipette and how to hold pipette for the transfer of different cultures in the laboratory. Here pipettes provided to you are same as that of the chemistry laboratory. Only difference is that these pipettes are sterile, which are wrapped in a craft paper like this, and which are kept in the oven at a specific temperature and made it sterile. So you are given with the wrapped sterile pipettes. You are while working with the pipette, first of all open the while working with the pipette, first of all open the pipette from the middle of its region like this. So like this you open the pipette, hold the proper way, hold the opening of the plate by a finger. Do not keep open this opening. Here tip of the finger, one thing you should remember, that do not handle this pipette at the opening. You should handle this pipette like this. Then when you want to use this pipette, one thing should be remember, that you do not suck any material in the laboratory, because we are using infectious culture. So normally pipettes are not used by sucking. Instead of that, you can just take the material like this. This is the flask. You hold this flask like this. Transfer. Make the neck of the flask red hot. Then insert the pipette. Suppose we are taking 1 ml of the sample. Do not open other end, and then transfer this culture in the test tube. Suppose we have another test tube. So transfer this 1 ml of the culture. While allowing the flow of sample through the plate, do not open this end. Another end, just lose the pressure on the finger and allow the flow of liquid through the pipette. Always remember that this opening should not be this end should not be open. It should be properly blocked with the finger. When you want to allow the flow, you just decrease the pressure. So this is the use of pipette in the laboratory. So these are some few techniques we should know before working in the microbiology laboratory. So I am sure that you will follow all these instructions and will do proper work in the microbiology laboratory. Thank you.